Here are the top 10 worst characters in Star Wars. I'll try to start with some less common ones, then we'll get to the more common characters that everyone seems to hate. This list is in no particular order, and even though I shouldn't even have to bring this up, but sadly I do these days, this video is in no way me hating on the actors. This is a video of me talking about characters I just hate, and has no correlation to the wonderful actors of these Star Wars films. It's so sad I even have to bring this up. This video is all fun jokes, so don't take me too seriously. Number 1, Nute Gunray. I hate Nute Gunray so much. Nute Gunray is so very stupid, but he acts like he's some sort of genius. You're not a genius, Nute Gunray, you're an idiot. He tried to get Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon killed for no reason, and started whining when they fought back. The Clone Wars made me hate him even more, because while he was in a literal prison cell, he kept switching up his personality from acting like he was some sort of mastermind, and acting sad, because he was in jail. When Anakin turned to the dark side, the audience was supposed to dislike his actions, but I was passionately happy that he killed Nute Gunray. Number 2, Hux. Hux has no personality and no motivations. He's just a general who is unimportant and lifeless. He's the closest thing to being a literal droid. His screaming fit in The Force Awakens couldn't even intimidate the Porgs. If I had to do a class on how not to make a character arc, I would feature Hux. Hux's turn on Kylo Ren in The Rise of Skywalker is so weird and uncalled for. I get that he tried to shoot him in The Last Jedi, but the whole concept of Hux being a traitor, even though he has no motivations to do so, is so bewildering to me. Number 3, Greedo. Greedo, I'm sorry, I despise you. Greedo has barely any screen time in Star Wars, but somehow managed to look like a complete idiot. He couldn't shoot Han Solo from 3 feet away. He's a bounty hunter and he missed the shot on Han. Terrible. Number 4, Saw Gerrera. Saw Gerrera is a piece of trash. I hate Saw Gerrera. Citizens of the Star Wars galaxy tended to not help the rebellion against the Empire because they feared the rebellion. Why fear the rebellion, you may ask? The rebellion consists of Luke, Han, Ezra, who are all good people and have the citizens' needs in mind. But then there is Saw Gerrera, who takes things too far. He tried to kill the last of the Geonosian species. He tortures prisoners and doesn't care about civilians' deaths at all. Again, I didn't care that he died. 5, Rose Tico. Her story of fighting because of her sister's death is inspirational, but I totally hate her because Finn was about to sacrifice himself to save the Resistance. And I get he may have not made it to the ray beam thing in time without a ship being destroyed, but maybe he would have. He was trying to sacrifice himself for something bigger than himself, and she stopped him, which is so annoying. But besides that, she's not that bad of a character. Number 6, Ki-Adi-Mundi. Ki-Adi-Mundi is weird. He has no personality, has a cold heart, he adds no value to the Jedi Council, just like most of the Jedi are on the Council. In general, as I've explained, the Jedi truly destroyed themselves, and in Order 66 scene, in Revenge of the Sith, it just feels like they're getting what they deserve for being arrogant, selfish people. Number 7, Mace Windu. So I'm kind of lying. Mace Windu is in my top 5 favorite Jedi of all time. He's cool, unique, and he's just so interesting. His lore and everything like that, it's great. I don't hate him, so why would I put him on this list? Well, I was gonna put the 3 Jedi that went to arrest Palpatine with Mace on this list. I was gonna put them there because they shouldn't die that quickly and they're literal Jedi masters. How can that happen? But I took the time to research a little, and those 3 Jedi, with maybe sort of the exception of Kit Fisto, aren't really trained for combat. They are more saber-deflecting blaster style, not saber on saber. One of those Jedi that died fought General Grievous before and got destroyed, and Kit Fisto also fought Grievous, and he kind of held his own, which is probably why he survived a little longer than the other 2. But the point is, Mace shouldn't have taken them. He should have called Yoda back to the temple immediately. Yoda wasn't doing much on Kashyyyk, and he could have certainly came back for something so important. Mace Windu rushed in, and that was a very dumb move. That's why he's on this list. 8, Rey. Listen, I'm not going to explain in depth why she's a terrible character, because at this point, everyone already knows it. Terrible character arc. Just really bad. Really, really, really bad. Number 9, Yoda prequels. So I put Yoda prequel version on this list, not the character as a whole, because the original's Yoda was amazing. In the prequels, Yoda wasn't wise, he wasn't insightful in the slightest. I will give him the world record for giving the worst piece of advice ever, and that was of course to Anakin. Which makes him even stupider when he literally finds out that Count Dooku made an army for the Republic, and he's like, yeah, whatever, I guess we'll wing it and figure it out as it goes. Runner-ups. Before we get to the last character, let's gloss over 3 runner-ups. Finn and Poe, for being just underutilized and completely sidelined for Rey, and the other runner-up is that orange creep from Rebels. I forgot his name, and I don't care to look it up. But I want to let you know how close I was putting this guy on the list because he's just a weirdo. Number 10, of course I didn't forget, Reva. Don't think I forgot about the arguably worst character in Star Wars. But credit where credit is due. She is invincible, so you gotta give her that. I'm not gonna mindlessly crap on her character though, but here's why she was terrible. Again, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole that has already been discussed millions of times. But for me, I strongly dislike her for the crazy amount of screen time she got. This argument is often used a lot, but I can actually provide something of better use that her screen time took up. So first of all, the Obi-Wan show has so many plot holes. Like, so many plot holes. And that's not even an exaggeration. But a small problem, but nevertheless a problem, was that Obi-Wan seemed to gain his strength back so quickly, and it was a weird turnaround. I think if Reva's character wasn't in the show at all, we could see an accurate, more developed resurgence in Obi-Wan's strength. But while I do totally hate her character, it was totally disgusting the hate the actress got on social media. If you want to blame someone for her weird character development and arc, then maybe consider discussing the terrible decisions of Joby Harold. As you can see, Star Wars content is pretty dry. That's why I made a goofy video like this. Thanks for watching.